Muhammad Light is already guaranteed a day 3 showing with just 2 matches in the books. The confidence has to be through the roof.
I think anything with Muhammad Light being any position to win. I mean, we've talked about it 1,000 times.
AC, talk me through these final seconds, dude. 10 seconds and they're neck and neck.
Yeah, I mean, can we go in 0.1 speed? I mean, we have the Ice Spirit on the left side. I'm thinking Lucas is probably giving up too many shots. Does he want the Spear Goblins? We have the Magic Archer to try and get it, and it's just 1 inch away.
It's like 1 hit. The NATO's in. The Magic Archer across the bridge. I mean, oh, and we're going to get it again. Thank you, production. We need to see this again. We're going to slow it down so that we can really break this down, because honestly, there's no way the naked human eye could catch it other than these two. AC, I'm too old for this. What do we got?
Okay, so the lone Spear Goblin on the right gets taken out by the tower. The Miner almost gets to the tower, instead goes to the Skellies twice in a row. The NATO is just a little bit late. Maybe if he had gotten that NATO just a little second earlier, he would have gotten an extra swing. And I mean, really, I don't know how he's supposed to defend. Maybe he's supposed to Knight or Spear Goblins instead.
Yeah, Spear Goblins outside of the poison. He does go in with the Ice Spirit. Miner gets caught again. 2 Miners caught in a row. Skellies come down. Bomb tower there to clean. NATO late once again. 406, 481. And you can see on their faces, my goodness, that is what Clash Royale is all about. At the heart of the game, that is the best it gets.
I want to know the tally of how many Miners he caught with the Skellies that were cycled early. It felt like, I mean, that was great Clash Royale. That was a pleasure.
That could have been our world championship and no one would be disappointed. Lucas now going down to the lower bracket. He is down, but he is not out. And honestly, if I'm Lucas, it is frustrating, but he has got to be so proud of his gameplay. Monk on the other side of it from Muhammad Light. Just a little bit of a different look in terms of Miner poison control, Miner control on one side of it. I love the deck picks from both of them. And I mean, what else is there to say other than this was brilliant from both of these guys?
Yeah, I gotta say, if I'm going up against Lucas in the lower bracket right now, this is one of the few times that I'm gonna look a Clash Royale player in the eye and say like, wow, you are striking fear in me.
Muhammad Light 2-1 yesterday, 2-0 now. As you can see, he's already in our upper bracket finals, awaiting the winner of our next match between Riley and Sub. Lucas and Pedro battling out against each other. The countrymen once again. Pedro cannot get away from it. And then, of course, Elsiop awaiting the loser of Riley versus Sub. He ended the day yesterday. He will end the day once again today. And, of course, we all know, as you guys saw yesterday, Elsiop, he's got ice running through his veins. It's been that way for almost a decade now. Didn't even celebrate when he won because you know he's thinking about one thing and one thing only, being our second ever world champion.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful, 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 but we're not done just yet. Rich, who do we got next?
Forget your expectations because these two players look to move way past them. On one side, the Goblin, the other side, Sub-Zero. It's Riley versus Sub.
And so far, these two players, I really would have to say, these are the two surprises so far of this weekend. And I mean, both of them surprises in a great way. Let's get that out of the way. Riley, I mean, the 2-0, the beauty. I mean, after what we just saw, it's hard to top that. I really still think that Riley's log bait gameplay was even better than that.
Yeah, I mean, Riley had a fantastic show up yesterday. He proved all the haters wrong. And I talked to him at the hotel actually last night, and I was wondering his confidence level going into this match. And he was confident, but he was also very prepared. He talked about how you always have to prepare for the best version of your opponent. He was very impressed with Sub's composure yesterday. We talked about it a lot. He made a couple of mistakes, but then he keeps coming back stronger after that. And Riley is prepared.
Yeah, I mean, Sub How do you recover from that? It just doesn't make any sense. Let's take a look at these community predictions. 35% to Sub, 65% to Riley. And if we take away the YouTube, that's probably 50-50. That's probably 2 games in a row that are 50-50 or something like that. Actually, game 1, set 1. Yeah, but basically, Sub 35%. Do you think that's fair, or what are your thoughts on that?
I think this is a pretty fair split. I think that Riley is definitely one of the best players to show up in the tournament here. He's been practicing with Muhammad Light. He's been playing fantastically. And like I said yesterday, it was just perfect.
The 2 Wonder Boys up right now. Let's get into game.
I got to talk to Riley, but I didn't get to talk to Sub. I wonder how he's feeling about this match. I know that he was extremely excited yesterday after beating his friend Pedro, which, you know, once again, there's got to be mixed feelings there. But as always, he looks locked in on the podium.
And for some reason, Sub kind of shaking his head after the skeletons were split in the middle by Riley. Not exactly sure why you would be all that shocked when that seems like a standard Riley play.
He might not be shocked, but maybe just after seeing that one card, he realized that Riley's using a deck that he was not expecting. He probably knew just off those skeletons that Riley was going to play this Pig's Earthquake deck, and maybe he's just not prepared for that deck in this situation.
Yeah, Riley probably going to, and that is a lot of damage. Speaking of shaking your head, Riley going to allow his tower to get all the way down to 1927. Terrible interaction for him right there. And, I mean, he's going to be able to clean up the RG nicely, but that is just too much damage to give up. 1 minute into this game.
Skelly? No Skelly. Skelly not going to connect. Roll delivery on the left to clean the ghost. Sub knows Riley doesn't have roll delivery in Cycle and Low Elixir. He pops the ability early, predicting the Ice Spirit and forcing out a cannon. Sub is now up Elixir with Evil Roll Giant in Cycle, and Riley does not have cannon ready, and he's shaking his head.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do if you're Riley? Do you try and apply pressure with Royal Hogs at the bridge at 5? And I mean, if you're Sub, there's no cannon, there's no Royal Delivery, the Evo Skeletons are out of cycle. I would just go RG at the bridge, and there we go. He finally goes RG at the bridge. Maybe he's trying to save up for this lightning, perhaps?
Wow, almost stopping the RG to no hits there. RG gonna make one happen. No Archer Queen ability back in cycle yet. Fisherman's gonna take care of this. Looking at this matchup overall, I mean, we saw a similar one yesterday where Muhammad Ali was going to actually win even versus the Monk version. So I would say here, there's definitely going to be a little bit of an advantage for Riley, but looking at the tower HP in single elixir, it's going to be tough in order for Riley to come back and really get some damage here, especially versus the Royal Ghost and the Quick Cycle. And another difference is this lightning. You know, last time there was Fireball for the Pigs, but in this situation, maybe lightning's even better to wipe those Arch Queens off the board.
Yeah, you have to think, because of that massive damage advantage, that the lightning is probably going to help out quite a bit. But I mean, especially with these pro players, everything I've ever been taught doesn't mean anything because of how well they play it. Getting the tower down to 1,500 is Riley on Sub, and the Archer Queen able to be taken out fully. Sub electing to kind of go split lane pressure now that he has Riley's stronger tower all the way down to 1909 as well.
Roll Giant and Pigs at the bridge on the left-hand side. Evo Skelly's gonna clean up the Queen on the right. Pigs are getting massive damage. The RG is not reciprocating much. And this tower is down to 614 in overtime. Riley is so close.
Yeah, Sub getting aggressive, going in with a bar barrel to help out the HP of the Evo RG. Riley electing to defend cheaply and go all in. If Sub can defend this, he has a chance, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it. Riley taking game number 1, recognizing my opponent cannot stop this. No fireball. That means I can go all in and win this game.
Yeah, huge matchup advantage there for Riley. Not only just because of the fireball spell, but also no log. The Barbarian Barrel not able to damage the Pigs enough, not able to knock them back.